A very good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your social science class. Dear students, today let us start a new chapter, chapter 11, Natural Disasters. Natural Disasters. What is the natural disasters? We can say that the natural disasters are the certain natural activities. It is the natural activities and it causes a great loss to life, the property and the environment. It is called the natural disasters. Once more we can say the natural disasters, it is a natural activities. The natural disasters are the natural activities from the nature it is coming. So it is the natural activities and it is causing the loss to the life of the people and the property and the environment. That is called the natural disasters. I think it is clear for you. And again we can see for some examples for the natural disasters, that are the earthquake, flood, volcanic eruption, tsunami, cyclone and drought. These are some examples we can see for the natural disasters. And in this chapter we will discuss about the earthquake, flood, cyclone and the droughts. And first of all we can see about the earthquake. What is the earthquake? And when we are saying about the earthquake, we can say the earthquake, it is a sudden vibration or the shaking of the earth's surface. It is called the earthquake. What is the earthquake? The earthquake, it is a sudden vibration or the shaking of the earth's surface. When the suddenly it is shaking or the vibrating the earth's surface, that is called the earthquake. You can say once more, the earthquake, it is a sudden vibration or the shaking of the earth's surface. It is called the earthquake. And again we can say the earthquakes are caused due to the disturbances beneath the earth's surface. The disturbances, it is taking place in the surface, the earth's surface. It is the causes we can see. And they can cause the great harm by toppling buildings and houses and the breaking of the bridges and the dams. They can cause the great loss to property and the human lives. And when the earthquake it is taking place, we can see it is causing the buildings and the houses and the dam, the bridges, this all it is breaking, and the human beings lives also it is taking place, and we can see the property, this everything it is destroying when the earthquake it takes place on the earth's surface. And we can see in sometimes the earthquake it is taking place under the sea or the oceans and all. So it is the result of the great water waves. It is called the tsunami. And when the earthquake it is taking place under the oceans or the sea and all, it is getting the great waves and all, that is called the tsunami. And when the earthquake it is taking place in the earth's surface and destroying the buildings and houses and the bridges and all, and it is called the earthquake. And the tsunami it is taking place where it is taking place under the oceans or the seas, that is called the tsunami. And again we can see the great power and the energy and destroy everything in their path. And when the tsunami it is taking place under the oceans or the sea, it is taking place, that it is destroying everything. The great waves it is coming and it is destroying all the places and it is destroying the people's lives and all. And we can see in 2004 the tsunami which arose in the Indian Ocean caused the great disturbances of the life and the property. And in 2004 it took place in the Indian Ocean. The tsunami has taken place in the Indian Ocean and it destroyed many places and the property and the life of the people also it is destroyed. And the tsunami it has taken place in Indian Ocean in 2004. And again we can see during the earthquake, the point of the disturbances under the earth's surface is called the epicenter. What is the epicenter? We can see the epicenter. The epicenter means it is during the earthquake time, the points of disturbances, what are the disturbances it is taking place under the earth's surface, not the earth's surface, under the earth's surface, the interior of the earth, what are the disturbances it is taking place, that is called the epicenter. The epicenter means the inside the earthquake time, during the earthquake time, what all the disturbances it is taking place under the earth, in the interior of the earth, that is called the epicenter. And already we told the epicenter, and again we can see it is the center of the earthquake, and from the epicenter the vibration travel to the surface of the earth, and from the epicenter the vibration it is traveling to the surface of the earth, and it is causing the earthquake. And we can see the point on the surface just above the epicenter, it is called the focus, and the point where it is taking place, the epicenter, before that the point where it is taking place, that is called the focus. Where the epicenter it is taking place, in that point it is called the focus. And we can see from the focus this vibration travel to different places on the earth. From the focus it is traveling to different places of the earth, and it is depending on the intensity of the earthquake, and it is taking place the earthquake. And next we can see the seismograph. What is the seismograph? The seismograph is the instrument to measure the intensity or the strength or the power of the earthquake. If we have to measure the power, the strength, or the intensity of the earthquake, we have to measure. So that is the instrument. It is called the seismograph. And the magnitude of the earthquakes is measured on the Richter scale, and the magnitude of the earthquake it is measuring in the Richter scale, and the seismograph it is the instrument, and we are taking or to measure the intensity of the earthquake. And again we can see the seismic zone. What is the seismic zone? The seismic zone is an area which has a high risk of the earthquake, where the areas it is having the high risk of the earthquake, that is called the seismic zone. And in India we can see the Himalayan region, it is the prone to the earthquakes, it lies in the seismic zone. And in the Himalaya, in India we can see the Himalaya, it is the prone to earthquakes to lie in the seismic zone. So these are the things we have seen about the earthquake. And next we can discuss or we can see about the safety measures. What are the safety measures we can take place during the earthquake time? First, safety measures we can see the houses constructed in the area prone to earthquake should be earthquake resistance. Where we are constructing the houses or the building and all, the prone of the areas of the prone to earthquake, there we have to make the earthquake resistance. We have to take the earthquake resistance there. So second one we can see, when the earthquake strikes, people should move out to the open spaces. If the earthquake it is taking place, the people where they have to go, they have to go the open places. They have to go from the open places, and they should stay away from any kind of the solid structures, lamp posts and the electric transformers. And they have to go the open places, and they have to away from the solid structures and the lamp posts and the electric transformers and all. From there they have to stay away from these things. And thirdly we can see, if stuck inside a house during an earthquake, one should take shelter under a table or the desk. If we are stucking or if we are in the inside of the house, what we have to do? If the earthquake is taking place, what we have to do? We have to go under the benches or the desk. We have to take place, or we have to take the shelter under the bench or the desk if we are inside the house. And fourth we can see, apartments should have the emergency exits. People should move out through these exits and avoid the elevators. And in the apartment, there should be the emergency exits. To go out, the emergency exit is needed, and people, when the earthquake it is taking place, the people they have to move through this exit and avoid the elevators. So these are the safety measures what we can take place during the earthquake time. So I think it is clear for you about we have discussed today the natural disasters, about the earthquake, and the flood, cyclone and the droughts we will discuss in the next class.